When it's all said and done, I'm not completely sure how people are going to view James Harden. Like, you might look at him as a playoff choker or a guy that didn't play well when the lights were the brightest. But me, I'm going to remember that 2.5-year stretch where he was doing whatever he wanted on the basketball court. I'm about to show you a clip of one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen.
Series to begin, the 5-4 matchup in the Western Conference. The winner of this one will match up against the winner of the Clippers and the Warriors. To begin, the 5-4 matchup in the Western Conference. The winner of this one will match up against the winner of the...
He was so much of a threat to shoot a step back three that in a playoff series, Ricky Rubio said, hey, I ain't got nothing else to try, and tried to guard him backwards. And it's the offseason, y'all, so I'm trying to go back and remember some stuff that I may have forgot. So all I did was tweet, who got that James Harden graphic? Now, some of them were really, really bad, but other ones really had me remember how ridiculous of a stretch James Harden was on. Player of the week in the Eastern Conference, very reasonable. A young D'Angelo Russell averages 28 and 7 for an entire week. But the Western Conference sees James Harden average 54 and 9. Well, that's not crazy enough. A different month, James Harden becomes the first player to ever average, for an entire month, by the way, an entire month, to average 40 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Or what about the 30-point game streak that ended up with over 31 straight games of putting up 30? And those are all crazy, but I promise you, it gets crazier. The longest streaks in NBA history was scoring or assisting on 50-plus points. James Harden did it for 19 games straight. Or what about the time he led the league in scoring, in total points, and field goals made, and field goals attempts, and three-pointers made, and three-point attempts, free throws attempts made, and points off turnovers? I mean, the guy was out there playing my career on rookie, at least into April. But maybe the craziest thing you will ever see in basketball is James Harden had a game where his over-under in a game going against the Raptors was 42.5 points. And if you're not a gambling man, that may mean nothing to you. But basically what it means is that Vegas saw the streak that James Harden was on and thought he was playing so very well that it made sense to have people think whether or not he would get 42 points or 43 or more. And to put that in perspective, a guy like LeBron James spent majority of this season with his over-under being 25.5. And remember, that's Bron. And if you're wondering whether or not he hit the 42.5, unfortunately, he only put up 35 points. An awful, awful game for that version of James Harden. I mean, there's a lot that can be said about James Harden in his career, but personally, I'm going to remember him as one of the best regular season players I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes.